all you cool cats, and welcome to my first episode of King's Raid. I thought I'd go and show what's going on with my account on King's Raid as part of a series on my mobile channel. For those of you who aren't aware, I'm starting a mobile channel, and you're looking at it right now. I have a Let's Play channel, but I didn't really want to flood it with all of the excessive amounts of mobile games that I play in my off time. So I decided to make a separate channel. I started King's Raid back in late December, and I obviously am running around with one of the new heroes, Requena. Despite my better judgment, I did end up buying her, even though I really shouldn't have. But I really couldn't help myself because she's just so adorable. So first of all, I thought I would kind of go over where I am in this game and kind of give you maybe like a weekly progress video on what I've gotten done. And I'm just going to go ahead and make this video bigger. I've learned from making the first episode of my Monster Super League that I should do this. So hopefully the videos will look a lot better with that change. I haven't done my hot time for today besides the Conquest one. Usually really late at night before I go to bed, when everything resets, I pop my gold time and I do my gold dungeons. I do all my dailies, and then I pop at the end of doing all my dailies, I pop my XP hot time and do my conquest just so that I could get it out of the way. So you may notice that I have already finished the conquests and all of the upper dungeons except for Chapter 7, because Chapter 7 is a little bit too hard for me at the moment. It probably boils down to I really need to improve myself. I've already done my world boss, and I've done everything besides my Leagues of Victory, which is going to be a crap show. So kind of going over what I have so far with my team. And yes, Ruffy did actually level this morning, but I didn't enhance his skill. So I have as you can see, a couple of heroes. I have Epis, Jane, Artemia, Ruffy, Klaus, Requena, and those are the ones that I've really been working on level wise. But I also have Frey, Maria, Castleroy, Kaula, Cleo, Laius. Laius, Kaula, and Ruffy are all heroes that I've gained from the Heroes Inn. Maria was my Maria and Epis and Jane were my tickets, the beginner's tickets or whatever. And I've gotten a couple of costumes for them, as you can see. I really like costumes, and that's what I save all my gems for. Go ahead and enhance Ruffy's skill. Let's really just look at the heroes that I've been working on, so that way we can kind of see where I am progress-wise. Taking a look over at Epis, I have all of her skills maxed out, which was a chore because when I first started, I really didn't have a physical team, and her skill books were locked behind doing a no magical damage day, and that was really bad with the magic team. So I ended up having to really go for like spending books and stuff to get her done. I was really lucky, and she was my first unique weapon ticket that I got, and she was also a unique weapon that I got off of the New Year's banner sort of thing. I do have her weapon gemmed out somewhat with some runes here. You can see that. I have her equipped with this Swift Darkness Scale Armor, and I have a T6 Darkness Leather Cape that's pretty good for her, I think, at the moment. I have a T7 cape, but I mean, the only thing it's going to give me is it's going to give me more M defense, and I don't feel like going for that at the moment. I feel like her current Swift Leather cape here is doing just fine. I also have another really good cape here that should be on my Requena. I don't know why it isn't. She must be equipped with a T7 piece of equipment that I didn't want her to have, but whatever. So she has, as you see here, a T7 earring that really I'm just using as a temporary earring. I know I can get better ones than that, but you know, sometimes you just gotta go with what you got. And that is my T6 orb that's really good. And Jane right here should be like equipped with basically the secondary stuff, because I was leveling Klaus, so he's actually got the better equipment, maybe, I believe. So she's just got some M defense sort of stuff, and it's nothing really notable, so I'm just gonna go ahead and skip past that. I did get a dice here, I forgot. I got 2 of these dice from artifact pulls. And let's go down to Artemia. I did get her weapon off of, I believe, the New Year's banner, I think. And then I got another one of her weapons from a pull that I did trying to pull on the mage. I forget. I did get these though for free, so that's fine. Oh, I forgot to mention, to get it to 2-star, I did buy the arena weapon. Anyways, back to her. She's kind of thrown with garbage, really. There's no real equipment on her that's worth talking about, because honestly, she's second or third string at this point. I do want to work more on her. It's just I kind of poured a lot of resources into getting Epis done. So I'm just gonna skip past that. I have Refi's unique weapon, and again I pulled a second of his unique weapon off of something like a random unique weapon ticket, and there's no real reason why I definitely didn't spend arena to get that. So once I got 2 of his, I figured, well, I do need a healer, so he showed up in my inn, and thankfully he showed up in my inn at like the best time ever when I was really needing a good healer, and I just decided that's who I was gonna go for. And thanks to like the speed of the double friendship rate thing, I got him and Lias done. I really didn't want Lias at the time. She just kind of showed up, and I figured, well, she's already here. I might as well, just finish her. So he's got probably the better tanking stuff on him right now. So he's got this T7 lance that's not very good, but it'll hold off for now. This one has physical defense. That would be much better on him. Oh well. And then there's this plate armor. It's got physical defense, magical defense, P block, attack. I actually like this plate armor. It's T6 though, so it's only going to be used for my second stringers, obviously. And this shield was actually a really good shield, and I pulled it just like this. This is the stats it had, and I was like, that's crazy. I love it. So I've already decided this is going to be a really good shield, and I put a rune on it. Just because I was pretty proud of this, so I decided to put a rune on it. And then he's just got, the average stuff. I've pulled 2 of these roaring tiger statues from the Tower of Challenge, and here's Requena, and she is currently being leveled. She's just got garbage on. It's really nothing of note, and I really need to upgrade her shit here. So there we go. That's fine. Alright. So, and then the rest of them are just they've got all kinds of garbage thrown on them. So there's a lot of work to be done here on my team. As for what I'm working on next, I don't know if necessarily I've been going about this the smartest of ways, but I'm planning on making Klaus a T3 next. He's kind of my next work in progress. I do want to get to Epis to T5, but it just feels like I'd be better off rounding off my team a little bit more. She's strong enough as it is, I can do stuff with, but I really need to kind of like balance the team out a little more. So I'm going to end up probably getting Klaus to T3, maybe even Refi T3 before I even attempt to do Epis T5. The only thing I haven't really done is decide who else am I going to make for my physical team, because my current magical team is obviously the 4 that you see at the highest level, and I kind of don't have any real other physical DPS outside of Requena. I got Requena because I just happened to get really lucky and get her weapon, and she looks cute, and thusly I wanted her. But in terms of what spare unique weapons I have at the moment, I have Baldwin and I have Mitra. The only reason why I didn't immediately go and get Mitra was because I've heard that Mitra is kind of like a slower build-up, but I don't know if that's necessarily good or bad for what I'm planning on to use him for, because I don't really need him for doing like PvE stuff. He would probably, like, I don't need him for PvE, I don't think. I have my PvE kill squad right here, but maybe I do need one. And so I'm just kind of, I'm a little bit lost on what to do for a physical team. Outside of, I really like Requena and I want to use her. So that's the only thing that I have that I really don't want to mess with. I know that there's an event going on today. Whoops, wrong button, event. And there's a Spend the Ruby event, which I do have some gems, and I actually wouldn't mind at least going to the 7,000, but I kind of would like to see the costumes be on sale. What I plan on doing is, if I see, like, this event is going on till the 11th of March, I'll probably wait until the very last day. If nothing else, I might just, like, expand my inventory a bunch of times just to get that. I know it's not probably the best use, but I've always considered things that, like, if it's permanently going to benefit you, then it's worth whatever the cost is. So I probably would do that. I haven't done my free summon. I rarely do that. Because I'm lazy. I did one this morning, but yeah, I just... I always see that little new popping up in the corner. But yeah, so there's not that much to talk about in my progress in King's Raid. I've done pretty much everything I can. Let me, you know, I think the guild raid is actually up at the moment, and I could probably do some work there. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop in and do the guild raid. And I'm very new to the whole guild raid thing, so I don't remember. Dispel or advantageous in the stage. I really don't. It's not even a question of who I bring along, because it doesn't matter. Because I'm always gonna bring along this team until I get stronger and have more variety, I suppose. And at the moment, the only variety I can really do is like swap out Artemia for Maria, and I mean, the current raid boss that we're doing isn't very hard, and I just don't feel like optimizing all that much. I suppose if it was harder, I would feel more inclined to actually press these properly, but because it's kind of not that hard, at least not in the beginning stages, it's not worth me really trying to press the buttons, even if it means I'm not doing my top DPS. The only character that I really try to optimize is honestly Epis, and again, I don't know if that's good or bad. It's kind of like a, well, I don't quite know. I only really focus on taking care of what she needs, and then just let the rest go on auto. So as you can see, not too impressive amount of damage out of me, but I mean, it'll get the job done. And I really have to work on my team and making their gear better. But it's just one of the many things that I need to work on. I'm not too disappointed in the amount of damage that I do. It's acceptable for someone who hasn't been completely investing in this. Anyways, that's all for my King's Raid mobile video update thing. If you enjoyed this tiny little update, which is basically just introducing my King's Raid team and what I have and what I plan on working on, and you want to see more blog kind of updates on my team's progress and even my progress through the game as is, be sure to leave a like and a comment and subscribe to this little mobile channel. Or if you're really not into mobile games and you really want to see my Let's Plays, I have my Let's Play channel linked in the description. With that all being said, thank you so much for watching. See you guys. Bye bye.